Welcome back. In the last video, we talked about what RAG is and why it's useful. Now let's start building it step by step. The first two steps in the RAG pipeline are parsing and chunking. Basically, they help prepare raw data so the AI can actually use it. Now let's begin with our first step, parsing. Imagine you give a system a bunch of documents, PDFs, Word files, or maybe even some scanned handwritten notes. To us, it's just a content, but to a computer, it's it's a mess of code, tags, format, and maybe even images. So the first job is to help the machine read it like a human would. That's what parsing is all about. Parsing is like handing your assistant a mixed bag of files and asking them to turn it into clean and readable notes. Why parsing is important? It makes data accessible, it maintains consistency across documents, and it controls the quality of text we are passing to LLM. Depending on the type of file, there are different ways to parse. If if it's a normal document or a website, tools like PDFMiner, Python docx, or Beautiful Soup can extract text. If it's more complex with images, tables, or handwritten stuff, we use more advanced tools like LlamaParse. For structured files like Excel or CSV, we use tools like Pandas or SQL connector to neatly grab the data. Alright, now that we have parsed the document and got clean text, the next step is chunking. Think of chunking like this. Imagine you are trying to memorize a book. Would you try to remember the whole book at once? Of course not. You would break it into chapters or paragraphs. That's exactly what we do here. Chunking is simply splitting a long text into smaller chunks. These chunks are what system will store, search, and use to answer the question later. But here's the tricky part. If the chunks are too big, they might include irrelevant info or exceed the model's limit. If they are too small, they might miss important context and give shallow answer. So the key is to find the sweet spot, and depending on your data, there are different chunking strategies. First is fixed size chunking. This is split text based on a set number of words or characters. It's quick and easy, but it might cut off in weird places like mid-sentence. Second is semantic chunking. This is smarter. It tries to split text at meaningful places like paragraphs or topic chains so that each chunk actually makes sense on its own. Third is overlapping or sliding window chunking. This keeps this keeps a bit of overlapping between chunks so nothing important is lost at edge. It's great when question might relate to the content at the border of two chunks. Fourth is recursive chunking. This uses a step-by-step method to break down the content from sections to paragraph to the sentence. It's more advanced but keeps structure intact. In the next video, we will talk we will take these chunks and give them real meaning using something called embeddings, and then store them in a smart database, the vector store. See you there.